Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, or you find a way to lose. Joseph Parker, Big Uso. I think he needs to get away from Tyson Fury right now. Now that we found out that Tyson Fury, top rank, lied to ESPN about their involvement with Daniel Kinahan, and also how Daniel Kinahan was the financier for those Fury and Wilder fights. I just think with everything good Joseph Parker has going on for himself in his career right now, I think it's time to get away from Tyson Fury. Now, the reason why I feel that, okay, you know, I did a video. Well, first, let me tell you how I came upon this, right? I was talking about Joseph Parker in a video a couple years ago where I was praising Joseph Parker. I was lauding him for his amazing comeback and how he was able to turn around his boxing career after a loss to AJ and Dillian White, back-to-back losses, right? And a little birdie flew into the comment section of that video and said, yeah, the person this Joseph Parker person, he's not who you think he is. You keep digging and you're going to find out just who he is. And I was like, damn, what the hell do they mean by that? And they were like, just ask about, they said, ask about him, something about washing money or something. So I went out there and started Googling stuff and I found all kind of articles. So the bottom line, I'm going to share that with you. The bottom line is this. Well, I just don't like the fact that Joseph Parker's name was mixed up in an international drug syndicate, right? Which he denied. But then you look, Tyson Fury's name is mixed up and attached to an international drug syndicate / cartel / a guy who's involved with murders and everything else and is wanted, okay? I think Parker has gotten away from his ordeal. You just don't want this stuff to come up again. And when people start saying, damn, Parker, like Fury, name was attached to something involving drugs and money. Tyson Fury's name is attached to someone who was definitely involved with drugs and money and murder. Could Parker have been associated directly or indirectly through Kinahan at some point? And is that how Parker and Tyson Fury came close? And how Parker decided to work with Tyson Fury's cousin Andy Lee. Parker left New Zealand and came over to the UK, was staying with Tyson Fury, working out in Tyson Fury's gym, and everything's been Team Fury ever since Parker made the move over to the UK. Now, when you explain it like that, doesn't seem too far-fetched, right? What's the chances of there being a coincidence that Parker's name somehow gets mixed up with an international drug syndicate? Fury's name is mixed up in the shit. Both of these guys are boxers. Both of these guys end up becoming the best of buds. And both of these guys have somehow found a way to rise to the top of the heavyweight division. And both of them one achieved and one is achieving unimaginable wealth. Because this crap is going on with Top Rank, ESPN, and talking about Kinahan again, right? I think Parker should get the hell away from Tyson Fury. Now, this is the thing. I'm going to just share this with you, okay? This is what was going on with Joseph Parker. Okay? Now, at the time, it was alleged by prosecutors that Parker played a role in the importation of methamphetamine by transporting and exchanging currency. Now, Parker denied it. He was under oath. He was never charged by the police. Many people said that Parker was being protected. Parker said, "I've never been involved in the purchase, supply, or consumption of methamphetamine." Okay, this is where we have a problem, okay? Because there were 3 men who were found guilty of importing that stuff from California to New Zealand. And they believe Parker was connected. And I'm going to tell you why. You have one guy, okay, right here, one of the men convicted. His name is Tavita Sitanelli Kulu, was a judge to have name dropped Parker in a conversation with a supplier in California. After his phone was seized by police, a message on his device read, "All right, bro, I got you though. Have all your money. The dude I was with that's on my Snapchat is going to change it to U.S. currency. They won't question him about the money because he's the they put WOB. At the time, he was the WBO boxing champion. So people know he's rich anyways. So he'll be good to change it with no hassle." Now, as Parker lost his 2-year battle to keep his involvement in the trial private, the Supreme Court judgment said there's no dispute that publication will cause undue hardship to the applicant, but open justice must prevail. And now, of course, at the time, and even now, he's one of the biggest sporting names in New Zealand, and he held a WBO heavyweight title from 16 to 18. Now, when you hear that, and you see Parker now just beat Bacoli, maybe the biggest win of his career, and now he's petitioning to go straight into a fight with Usyk. In my opinion, he should distance himself from Tyson Fury. If I was him, I wouldn't even talk about Tyson Fury. I wouldn't say nothing about Tyson Fury. I would just lock in on boxing, because the last thing he needs is for someone to come out here and start turning over stones. Because I would hate to find out that there's some kind of relationship where Kinahan had some involvement with Parker as well. I just don't want to hear that. I like Joseph Parker. I really like how he is about his family, his kids. I'm big on family. But man, when your name is mixed up in stuff like this, and one of the guys who is your buddy, you know what I'm saying? His name has always been mixed up with someone who was involved in something on a much grander scale than what Parker was doing, and name is still getting brought up in that shit. That's not what you want. But some people say birds of a feather flock together. Is that true? I don't know. But I know if it was me, I'd be trying to distance myself from that guy as much as possible. And if he's really his friend, his bro, they'll talk and say, "Yo, you need to lay low, stay over there." Because Tyson Fury is, quote unquote retired. Parker's still trying to become a champion. Fury's made, in 2 fights against Usyk, Fury made almost $200 million. Parker ain't made that kind of money yet. So if he wants to get to that point, he needs to keep his nose clean and surround himself with the right people that don't bring the wrong attention to him. And Tyson Fury, in my opinion, brings the wrong attention to Joseph Parker. And he doesn't need that. He's on an upward trajectory towards becoming champion again. And I think he, Andy Lee, the guy Lockhart, I think they're a good combination. And I have my opinions about certain things, but I'm gonna save all that. I ain't gonna put that in this video. What I will tell you is the Big Uso, he has everything right there. He got a possibly be fighting for a title next if everything goes his way, because he's trying to work it. You know, he's trying to work it right now. He just doesn't need all that shit to be taken from him because him still having this, you know, a blatant show of loyalty to Tyson Fury. Nah, you gotta know how to move. If you got a little hustle in you, you know how to handle that. Get away from him. It ain't personal. He'll understand what's up. Let that shit die down. Whatever's going on in these courts right now, with this lawsuit and all this craziness, Kinahan and Top Rank and Fury and ESPN and Todd DeBuff, and just let that go away. Then you come back out and can publicly display your loyalty to Fury. But right now, you need to forget who Fury is. Anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans all 7 continents. In the breeze.